Hello and welcome to our call. Today is July the 9th. I am recording from Louisville, Kentucky. The purpose of today's call is that we will get into an introduction of TruAlternatives. I am your host, Corey Pritchard, so you get an idea of, a little bit about me, so you get an introduction about me. But most importantly, you just want to make sure that you understand what this company, TruAlternatives, is and how that benefits you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Just bear with me just for a moment so we can pull the information up for our presentation for today. All right, and thank you for your patience. We have a few ways, or I guess a few alternatives for you to actually get in contact with us. We are doing a lot better about making our presence known in social media, but you feel free to email us at any point at info@trualternatives with an s.com. Again, that's info@trualternatives.com. At any point, if you have any questions at all about our services, about me, about anything you want to know as far as that goes, you can also follow us on Twitter. And that's Corey at trualternatives.com. Actually, it's Corey at TruAlternatives. So you feel free to follow us there. You can also follow me on Facebook if you want to, Corey Pritchard. I'll friend you, and we can actually talk about different information if you would like to do that. But we're going to get right into our call today. Again, the first thing I want to make sure that I do is let you know a little bit about me. My name is Corey Pritchard, actually born here and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State, also the home of the 2003 basketball NCAA champion. So just a wonderful place. I've been here all my life. Just excited about this place, but I look to see some different places also. But if you've never visited Louisville, Kentucky, I recommend that you definitely come here to visit. And if you live here, you know how wonderful our state is. I think sometimes we don't appreciate what we have. But first things first, what we're going to do is I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me. You don't know anything about me, and I think if you were to know anything about me, I think this is the first place to start at. This is, I say meet my team, because the first portion of what I like to do is trying to give you an idea of who I am. This is my son, Ethan. He is awfully excited, and got a picture there of him on the iPad. He's always doing something and learning. Below that, he's like Daddy, so he's probably going to go into business at some point. He's actually got a earpiece there, so I thought that was funny. He's talking to his grandfather. He loves Umi Zumi, which is an educational cartoon. So I put Team Umi Zumi there because it's his favorite cartoon. But that's my one and only son. We actually have one child on the way, so I'm excited about that. The next member of my specific team is my wife, Bridget, just a beautiful, beautiful woman. We've been married almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in November. Just a wonderful, beautiful woman, just my support, my helpmate, helped me in every single way. So I just love her, and she's really helped me tremendously in my professional career and actually going out and pursuing the things that I believe God has for me. So just excited about our marriage and moving forward with her. Again, we have a baby on the way, so we're excited about that and having our family grow. This is me, so I'm Corey Pritchard. Just a little bit about me. I actually went to Eastern Kentucky University, graduated with a degree in economics. I love to play sports. If anybody knows me, I still play sports. I play flag football, and I actually do some work out in the community on Sundays. It's a group called Fast Break Football where we get guys together and get a chance to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with them. So just excited about what we do there. I love anything as far as do with education. When I was there at Eastern Kentucky University, had an opportunity to end my career with the Hall of Fame football coach. So that was a lot of fun. And the way my story goes, if anybody knows me, I guess since college felt like I was a round peg trying to fit into a square hole, or vice versa. Again, went into economics because I thought that was something that was easy for me. I picked up the concepts pretty quick. The problem was I had no idea what the heck I was going to do with it. So when I graduated from college, bounced around, went into sales, marketing, also went into management, went into education, just trying to really find my way. But the great thing about, I guess, the path that God took me on is I have a various experience, which helps me out in my industry or profession right now. So what led me to everything that I have is about 3-4 years ago, start looking at some information actually about an air machine, which is pretty funny. And it started leading me down this road to where I started looking at alternative wellness. And I really, I guess would have had a passion before, but I really never was raised knowing that there was an option. Had 10 or more family members that have been either diagnosed with or died from cancer, so cancer is really torn through my family. So I had a huge passion, really not a passion to find a cure for it, but a passion just to, to fight against it. I just hated cancer because it took away so many people that I love. But about 3 years ago, I was open to the opportunity or the idea that cancer could actually be cured, that you could fight against cancer and start looking for ways to figure out what causes cancer. And just the whole world, a wealth of information actually opened up to me. So I brought that right into my expertise here with TruAlternatives. So you'll get a chance to learn more about the company. As far as me, I'm just passionate about educating people, passionate about the evangelism and really sharing what the gospel really means for people and open up dialogue. So if there's someone that does not share my belief, that's fine, but just really open up dialogue and being able to talk about that. Look for the opportunity to share those gifts around the world at some point as God leads. And just what we're doing here with TruAlternatives, just sharing, true solutions and really being able to offer solutions and benefits to people. So that's what I'm excited about. So we're going to get into a little bit about the company so you understand a little bit what we offer and how that benefits you. This is actually, I guess before we get into that, what I'm fighting for. So that's not my dream car, but it's close to it. I couldn't find anything that was actually that was exactly my dream car. I want a matte black Challenger is what I want. So I was actually driving down the street, saw this beautiful car, had to pull over and take some pictures because it gave me an idea. So I could actually put some, some feet to my dream so I could actually touch the car and kind of take pictures, and couldn't drive it, but it was still exciting. So that will be the car that I'll be driving. So when you see me, you'll probably see, the TruAlternative wrap on this car. You'll probably see the Romans 10 logo on the headrest. That's the house that we'll be living in. And then, shortly after that, I'm sure we'll be moving, but that's the house we'll be probably living in for a while we're here in Louisville, Kentucky. It's funny, I put that picture there because I actually was blessed. And I'm not sure how many people that are on this call have actually been blessed to have someone send them money in the mail and they have no idea who they are. But my wife and I really were blessed that we actually received this money order in the mail, have no idea who the heck sent it to us. So the next thing we would like to be able to do is just really go into philanthropy and just giving money away and just giving resources and giving time away and just really having an opportunity to make sure that we are benefiting other people in the way that God has blessed us. So those are what I'm fighting for. So when I'm sharing this information to you, I really believe that the power of, the key to greatness is helping other people. And, Jesus said that the person that serves the most is probably going to be the greatest. He didn't come to be served, but to serve. John F. Kennedy said, definitely that what we should do here in the United States as far as being a great country is figure out what we can do to help other people. And it's not really about what we can do to be served, but to serve. And that's really what we want to do. So I'm just privileged that I have the opportunity to serve people in the role that I'm serving here with TruAlternatives. Again, just thankful about that. So TruAlternatives, there you see the top logo for our company. That's based on the principle of Romans 10 that comes out of the Bible. So if you have a chance, pick that up and you can read through that. And just excited about what we have going on. We are here to empower you so that we can be a benefit or resource to you in your life to really catapult you in the direction that we believe is most beneficial to your life. Just a lot of garbage out there. I hate to say garbage, but it's just kind of what it is. So we don't promote any of that. Everything that we offer is truly beneficial and proven, and does and is very powerful and helpful to your life. So the goal is that we want to link hands with you and really be able to build a relationship long term, not just a one-stop shop, but something that build a relationship we can build long term to really be a added benefit to your life for a long time. So more into what we are passionate about. We're extremely passionate about the truth. I saw this cartoon, made me laugh, but it really, I guess on the other side kind of made my heart sick also, because that's really what, it looks like the world that we live in often. So we have the truth that people not necessarily want to, line up for, and then you have the reassuring lie. People want the pat on the back, and they want the comfort. So we'll kind of, line up and go that in droves. So our goal is to try to make sure that we help people understand that truth is available, and then not only is truth available, but also that truth really is beneficial to you, and without truth, we can't really have what we need in life. So the bottom of the picture, you see, kind of some Christian Science there. Don't promote any of that. It's just purely based on the picture. So if you're watching this anywhere around the world, we're not promoting, that at all. It's just more or less, again, the reassuring lie or the inconvenient truth. And what we are promoting and making sure that we make available is the inconvenient truth, is what we want to make sure we make available. The concept that we pick up, or the principles that we actually abide by, is that, first of all, we seek truth. So we are a company that's a third-party company that partners with various other companies that we believe have solutions and benefits will actually benefit our clients. So we seek the truth. So based on what it is that we believe our clients really need, then we go out and we seek partnerships with those companies. So we seek the truth, and then we live it. So we're not going to bring anything to you as the consumer or client that we have not chosen to put into practice ourselves. We're not using ourselves. So if you're talking about, somebody that's actually pushing or promoting for you to do something and they're not actually trying, it makes you wonder, how valid is what they're talking about. So the great thing is that everything that you hear from us is something that we're actually doing or living ourselves. So the next thing is that when we actually seek the truth, we find it, we have the truth, and we're living it, we should have fruit in our lives, is that we should have an obligation to share the truth. And I love this quote by St. Augustine. It says, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You don't have to loose it. I said you just loose it, and it will defend itself. So I think that's incredible, and that's the great thing about the truth. Heard this a long time ago when I was a child. You tell a lie one time, and you got to continue to tell lies, and you end up telling 10 or 15, 20 lies. The great thing about the truth is you tell it one time, so it just defends itself. You don't have to tell that over and over and over again. So the great thing about what we offer is everything is truth-based. So we're just excited about what that's going to do for your life. And we would actually like to hear the testimonial. So as you're going through this presentation, you're still kind of wondering, like, where does this fit in for me? Who is this guy? Who is this company? How does that benefit me? But there will be a percentage of people from this call that will take action. Pick up the phone, go ahead and give us a call to set up the consultation, sit down and figure out what it is that we can do to benefit you, or they will go ahead and send an email to us to set up some information or consult or receive some information. So those people will take action. So we want to get those testimonials so we can share those with other people so they understand what impact we're actually adding or what benefit we're adding to people's lives. So we're just excited about getting those testimonials. Who we are, who are we? TruAlternatives is a small company, hasn't been around long, about 3 years here locally based in Louisville, Kentucky. Top-rated staff. I don't believe there's a better staff that's around for a company. I can't say like ours because I don't think there's another company that's like ours, but you won't find a better staff. You won't find better customer service. And I think the major benefit that you'll have as a consumer, as a client of ours, is that we will educate you and we add benefit. We don't push or persuade you. The goal is that we want to make sure that we are finding what is the best solution for you. So oftentimes you may not even know about all the products and services that we offer. It's no point of us giving you a whole laundry list of products and services if they don't benefit you. So the goal is that we educate you, and based on the information that you share with us and based on the educational consult that we have, whatever comes out of that is what we will offer as far as the benefits and solutions. So we are extremely solution-driven. We are not product-driven. So we have no loyalty to any certain company, any certain brand. Again, it's just based on what our clients need and based on the partnership. And if we feel like that partnership is benefiting our clients, we'll continue with it. And that's how we work. We're very, very much solution-driven. And why is that important to you? It's important to you because we want to build trust. We can't have your trust unless we make sure that we're bringing something into your life that actually benefits you and is actually bringing you quality of life. So that's the main goal. We want to make sure we do that because we want to earn your trust. Again, we don't expect you to give it. We expect you to earn it. One thing I believe is that you give respect, but you earn trust. So we want to make sure we earn your trust so we can have a relationship, for as long as we both are here and are available. And also we can maybe reach out to your friends and family members, people that you know that will be able to help. So that trust is extremely important. Our solutions, what they offer. Well, I guess the main thing is what we're talking about is not a lot of theory and philosophy. These things are proven and tested by time and science, and we know this to be true. In your workplace, in your family, in the environment that you live in, we are highly stressed out in most cases. So what we offer is a reduced anxiety, stress, and tension. Also, quality of life is extremely important. Americans are living longer, and people really across the world living longer than ever before. I guess I can say ever before, but here ever before recently, anyways. So, what sense does it make for a person to live longer if they don't have quality of life? So, what we're really focusing on is making sure that you have a quality of life. So you know that you're living longer, but it doesn't make any sense to live longer and you can't enjoy life. You can't walk, you can't breathe, you can't really enjoy life. And the best part of that is if you are enjoying life more, if you're able to have a higher quality of life, is that you can add benefit to other people, and share your talents and abilities with other people. Where if you're broken down and don't have any energy, and you don't have anything to offer, what can you do with the talents and abilities that God has blessed you with? So just excited to make sure that we can do that. So just kind of share kind of what we do as far as being able to add some of those benefits to you. Here's some statistics that I pulled up. So if you're a person that likes statistics, great. I know you're probably getting excited, but if you're somebody that does not like statistics and it bores you to death, just kind of bear with us. Just kind of sets the stage kind of for what I'm saying here. Stress is a thing that people may or may not necessarily understand exactly what it is, so just wanted to give you a definition. So stress is the body's reaction to change that requires physical or mental, emotional adjustment or response. So what that means to you is that as you're at work and then people, you have no idea what questions they may come to you with, what kind of adversity or challenge or what kind of barriers they may present, whatever it is, any and everything that could possibly make it so that you have to make some sort of change, some sort of decision, whatever it is. That's what stress is. As far as anxiety is the uncomfortable feeling that you get when you are worried about something that may not happen. It might not even happen. Actually, I heard a statistic that said about 90% of the things that we worry about, they never happen. But the thing is, if we are consumed with that as far as mentally, then we still release the same chemicals. Here down below, I'll come back to positive, but the negative reaction and what happens is a person faced with continuous challenges without relief or relaxation between challenges can experience distress, which is very negative, which is a negative reaction to stress. The body releases hormones from the adrenal gland. So just the scientific way of saying is that no matter what, when your body is constantly in this fight or flight type of decision, when we're always having your guard up and you never know what's going to happen, then you have these chemicals that normally are not supposed to be released until something is really going on. Say if you were out in the wild, in prehistoric times or something, if you had to defend yourself from a lion or some animal, then this would help you have a higher sense of alertness. It would help you run faster. It help you, to be able to evade or get away from the danger. But the problem is that we have this constant thing going on multiple times in a day. So if you got that sick feeling before you have to go to work, maybe the day before work, the morning before the work, or you have this big meeting that you got to go into, and you got this horrible feeling. You get these headaches, these cramps. You get these, these crazy. Some people have panic attacks. You have all this stuff going on, and that's a result of a lot of times what we have is anxiety or the negative results of what stress is. Now, positively, the thing is, stress can also be positive. Because stress can keep us alert and ready to avoid danger. Again, like I said, for defending ourselves. So what happens with us is the internal reaction. This is a result of what happens when you are under constant stress. Here's some more statistics. It says in 2011, the Centers of Disease and Control Prevention reported that 11% of Americans took an antidepressant. So that's about 1 out of 10 Americans took an antidepressant. So the scary thing is, I'm going to skip right down to the last line. It says the rate of antidepressant used in the United States increased nearly 400% over the last 2 decades. That's incredible. I mean, just unbelievable to me. So that we are completely aware that people are dealing with stress at a higher level and don't know how to deal with it. So this is a way that people are dealing with it. It actually says there in the second line, 23% of women between 40 and 59 are taking antidepressants. So that just shows that there are people that are under a high level of stress, And this is a way that people are dealing with it. And this is just not a way that the body, wants to deal with stress. For one, we have to make sure we're dealing with. I actually heard another statistic that said that probably about 75% of our body's reaction or disease or sickness or whatever that happens is due to due to internal things, as far as what we eat, our diet, exercise, those types of things. Actually, I had that flipped, so sorry about that. It's actually 25% is internal. So everything that we have going on as far as our physical wellness is 25% of that is due to our diet and our exercise and everything internally, but about 75% is due to stress and external things that actually affect our body. And it blew my mind, because I always believed it was about our diet and exercise, which it is. It's very important, but it's not just about those things. It's about everything that our body has to deal with, and stress is a huge, huge, huge thing. And it has to deal with how our body reacts to stress, how our body reacts to distress, how our body reacts to anxiety. And this is a way that a lot of Americans are turning. So again, True Alternatives, we have a huge market of people, that we offer benefits and solutions to, because there is a better way. That we're not even going to list the laundry list of things as far as what medications and all the chemicals and all the crazy stuff that happens when we put that stuff into our body. But we're definitely needed. So just want to make sure that we understand that we are there to fill a need. I like this picture. It kind of shows where we would like to be. Sometimes we feel like we're one of the darker light bulbs that's not lit. Not lit. A lot of times our workplace kind of makes us feel like we're just a part of the mix. We're not important. There's nothing special about us. So another great thing that we want to make sure that we do is we want to make that light shine, that's inside of you. So we guarantee that working with us, that will happen for you if you take advantage of the solutions that we offer, is that your light will shine. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be hidden. We're supposed to shine, let our works be seen, so that God can be glorified, according to what I believe. If you don't believe that, again, that's fine. Again, we're always open just to have some dialogue, but we are special. We're made to be special, and everybody has their own niche and their own set of gifts, talents, and abilities that they come into the world with. And if we're not operating those things, then we become one of those little, dull, kind of out light bulbs. But we're meant to shine like that light bulb there. As far as some of our solutions and what they mean for you, we offer a variety of services and benefits. Again, our goal is not to give you products and services, so we don't do that. But just know that our main goal, or one of the things that we can offer for you, is protection and security. There is a study that said that people would rather, commit suicide than actually speak in publicly out in front of people. And as far as protection and security ranks up there so high for most people. That they'd rather, probably be devoured by a lion, or, have to, to go on some kind of crazy dare or whatever it is, rather than give up their safety and protection, protection and security. And that's probably the reason why most of us, have our jobs. For me, it just never worked out for me that way. I spent some time in corporate America in a traditional way, and it just wasn't for me. So to protection and security wasn't a thing that was high, on my list, but for most people, it's very high. That's probably the reason why most people are following the 40-40 plan, which is, work 40 hours a week for 40 hours, 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life, and retiring on 40% of your income. And most people, like, if you really look at it, say, man, is that something that I knew that I would be getting myself into at the beginning? Most people know, you just go into, again, safety, security. You know that your paycheck's going to be there on Friday, every week or every 2 weeks. You know exactly when you're supposed to be there. You know exactly what to expect. So that's fine. It just depends on exactly where you are and what's going on. But whoever you are and where you are, if you're a business owner, if you are a W-2 employee, if you're a person that, works part-time at a business and works full-time at their job, whatever, we can still offer that protection and security and offer solution benefits to you. So that doesn't really matter. As far as our solutions and why they're important, I'm just going to give you some more statistics here. And this is mostly about our aging Americans, the people that are about to retire, recently retired, have recently retired, this retiring, aging America. So between 1991 and 2007, the number of Americans between the ages of 65 and 74 that filed bankruptcy increased. And look at that number. It said 178%. I just couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine filing bankruptcy. You know, I'm 33 right now. I couldn't imagine filing bankruptcy and having to deal with that now. But imagine being 65, 70 years old and filing bankruptcy and what that can do to your life. That could be extremely devastating. Another thing is according to one recent survey, 74% of American workers expect to have to work even though they are retired. So what's the point of retiring? You know, it's not really retired if you have to continue to work. So, again, we're talking about 74% of the population that believes they're going to have to continue to work. According to a survey that Americans for secure retirement, 88% of all Americans are worried about maintaining a comfortable standard of living in retirement, and that's up from 73% in 2010. So that's a very big concern for most Americans. So even if you're not the retirement age, again, according to these statistics, it's something that's increasing. So that's something that's most Americans are very aware of, and that's again where we kind of fit in. So we talked about the stress and anxiety level. You know, we have solutions for that. Talking about this concern as far as retirement and what's going to happen to you and how you're going to live when it comes to that retirement age. Again, we offer solutions and benefits of that. It says right now there are almost 40 million senior citizens in the U.S. By 2050, that number will more than double. It's almost 90 million, and all of them will be taxing the system, services, and resources you and I use, possibly more frightening, competing in the workplace, in the market. And that's just really some scary stuff. So we just want to make sure, again, that we just putting this stuff in front of you, not as a scare factor, but just to be honest and realistic about what we have going on. Our Medicare system has been heavily weighed on. You know, I'm 33. They say that that's pretty much pointless for me. Everything I'm paying into Medicare and Social Security, I'll probably never see any of that. So it's just being honest and realistic about where we are as far as our position, and making sure that you, as our, you know, as a potential client or one of our consumers or a person we would work with, even if you're not, that's fine. You know, if you're not, then making sure that you're completely aware, so you are making your own plan and not going by somebody else's game plan. You figure out what works best for your life and what your specific goals are and what moves you towards your specific goal. But I don't think anybody's goal is to be one of these statistics. I don't think anybody sets out working deciding that they're going to file bankruptcy at age 65. I don't think anybody starts out working deciding that they're going to have to work after retirement, which is 74% of people. I don't think anybody wants to think about trying to compete in the workplace with other people at 68, 70 years old. I don't think any of us are going into our professional careers planning, and this is the result that we plan on having. So again, we want to make sure you understand exactly where you are realistically, where you would like to get to, and make sure we can help you create a plan to make sure you can get there. So what about you? Here's the questions that you ask yourself if you're on this call. So if you are on the call today, if you're viewing our webinar, if you're one of our guests, so even if you're a person that maybe is reluctant to work with us, that's fine. If you're a person that has decided from maybe early on in the slides that you would definitely like to have a consultation and work with us and figure out what the solution and benefits are, that's fine. But either way, here's the questions that you ask yourself. What is your plan? So if you don't like what the plans, any of the plans that maybe your employer offered to you, or maybe you've been offered solutions by someone else, you didn't take any of those, and what's your plan? That's the question. If we offer solutions in our consultation that you choose not to take, that's fine. But that's going to be my first question to you, is if you decide not to and you don't have a plan in place, then what is your plan? So that's one of the crucial questions that you ask yourself. Next thing is, will it survive another market crash? 2008, showed people really where, I guess, their allegiance is, and it kind of gave them a reality check that I wish that most people didn't have to have. I met with a person, actually a couple, that lost, I believe it was, make sure I have my figures right, they lost about $70,000. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that, between $70,000 and $75,000 in 2008 when the market crashed. So you imagine the amount of people that have money, primarily in 401k, in the stock market, or whatever products they had their money in that's invested in the stock market, and how much money that was. And the scary thing is how that changed the course of those people's lives. I talked to that couple, and they were supposed to be retired by the time I sat down and talked with them. They were at the point where they had no idea when they would be able to stop working based on the amount of money they lost and how far it took them off their course. And you could be on this call. So if you're on this call and you're one of those people that lost a tremendous amount of money and your plan changed and you don't know what to do, and maybe your money's still in the 401k and you don't know when something like that could happen again, don't worry. Be reassured that we have products that can help you out. Never gonna have to lose money. You can still take the gains. And it's just a lot of great benefits. So you don't have to play that game, okay? So don't worry about that. So again, the question is, even if you don't go with our solutions, you don't go with somebody else offers to you, then will your plan, is it gonna survive another market crash? So that's what you ask yourself. It's nothing for me to do. I can't decide it, but you decide it. Is your retirement safe? So maybe you weren't hit by 2008, that didn't bother you too bad, but maybe you're gaining some momentum and you're near the retirement age. The question is that amount of money, the nest egg that you have, is it safe? Is it going to make sure that over the next maybe 2 or 3 years or however long it is until your retirement, is that money going to be safe? Is your plan going to stay intact so that you can meet your goal and you can make sure that you can retire on time? Is it? Okay. Another question that you asked, the last question is your advisor paid even if you lose money? That's a scary question. If you're working with someone that makes money, whether you lose money or gain money, then the question is, what benefit do they have of you really gaining money and having a benefit when, if you lose money, like in 2008, the investors that put their clients' money into the volatile stock market, they didn't lose money. They were paid. They were paid, and they were paid well, even when their clients lost money. So I want you to keep that in mind as you're really trying to think about where to put your money at, or if your money's somewhere, what advice are you taking? And then what benefit do those people have for you really having a secure plan that's really going to get you where you get there? And the question is, if you lose money, will they lose money? Is there an incentive for them to make sure that your money is protected? So those are questions that you ask yourself. So where is that going to put us at? Okay, so we have you covered is what we have here. With TruAlternatives, the goal is, again, we do a wraparound service, just making sure that we really completely take care of you as the whole person, totally and completely. So sounds like complete wellness. You kind of think about a person in a gym. You kind of think about a personal trainer, but we're really not that. We're really I guess we're kind of like a life coach, if you want to look at it that way. So what we are able to do is we can create an estate with you within 72 hours. It's incredible. So if you don't have anything to leave your family, if you don't have an estate created, so that if something happens to you, that your family can stay in the home that you purchased. If you don't know for a fact that your grandchildren will have something so they can actually go to college and they can have something that's passed on, then we make sure we can set that up for you. We plan for retirement without any risk. So you don't have to worry about losing money. Whatever money you're putting into, whatever place that we put your money at, it's completely safe. You don't have to worry about losing any of it, but you also can take advantage of all the market gains, the interest rate gains, and just a great stuff, but you don't have to worry about that. So what that means for you is peace of mind, just making sure you can sleep at night. You can receive your retirement tax-free. Yes, I said tax-free. So it's a way that you can actually build toward retirement, and then for the rest of your life, you can actually start drawing from that money without having to pay taxes. Question that was asked is, if I had to pay taxes, would I rather pay taxes on the seed or the harvest? That's a good question. So if I'm a farmer and I'm having to pay taxes no matter what, would I rather pay taxes on the seed or would I rather pay taxes on the harvest? So if you're a smart person, or if you're a person that just has dealt with, I guess, taxes before, you probably realize that you would definitely rather pay taxes on the seed, which is on the seed, which is a smaller amount, rather than to wait and pay it on the harvest. Another thing about waiting and paying in the harvest, as far as retirement goes, is that you're probably going to be on a fixed income. The way that our government is going and the changes will be made, I would say that we're probably going to be at a higher tax bracket, so you're probably going to be taxed more heavily. So it's a great time for you to lock in where you are right now, start planning for retirement, and then when that time comes again, more peace of mind, knowing that when you're ready to receive that money, that you're going to be able to get that money tax-free. We protect the equity in your home, which is very, very important. So if something happens to you, we know for a fact that whatever you've been paying into it, your family stays into it, but most valuably, we make sure we keep the equity in your home. Peace of mind, knowing your home is secure. So I don't know what price that you put, or a price tag you would put on peace of mind, but for me, there is no price tag. I love peace of mind and knowing that I can sleep at night and knowing everything is okay. So think about that for yourself, and you say for yourself, what price tag? How valuable do I believe peace of mind is as you're trying to evaluate if you want to take a consultation with us, or how quick you're gonna pick up the phone and send the email as you're thinking about those things. The other solutions that we have, we actually offer our clients the ability to eliminate 50 to 95% of chemicals in their home. While that benefits you, you have a healthier environment. You also get a chance to take advantage of the cost reductions that come with using less chemicals. It's definitely better for your environment. I'm not sure if you have small children, pets, or animals or whatever. It's beneficial to them, so we work with our clients to make sure we can do that in a great way. We also can offer a 20 to 50% reduction in utility bill this year, not next year or not over 10 years. So we can offer that with some of the solutions that we offer. Improved air quality in your home. My mother and a lot of other people that are in my family that I know, they suffer from allergies and asthma. So air quality is extremely important. So we work with clients to make sure we can improve the air quality in your homes. Also in your workplace and your automobile, we have great solutions that can help you with air quality and drastically lower your chance of developing cancer, which for me is the number one thing. It's so important, again, because I told you it's about 10 or more people that I can think of right offhand in my family been affected by cancer, been taken out by cancer. So for me, it's like my way of fighting the war on cancer. So the goal is that everything that we offer as far as solution and what we plan and map out, if you'll follow what we're asking, you'll have a great chance of drastically lowering the chance that you will actually have any possibility of drastically have a chance of developing cancer in the future. So we can't promise that you won't get cancer. There's no way we can do that. But we can say that we can definitely offer solutions that are proven that will lower your chance of developing or contracting, whatever you want to say, having cancer in the future, which is, again, something that's very high on my priority list. Potential fits for our solutions. If you're a coffee drinker, somebody that drinks coffee or tea, it has a high level of caffeine and also a high level of acidity. Just throughout research, this food for thought, if you want to take a note for this, is that disease cannot live in a high oxygen and a high alkaline environment. So if an environment has an alkaline state, which means it's just the opposite of being acidic, and it has a lot of oxygen, which inside of our body, if we create that atmosphere, then we are less likely to develop disease. It's kind of crazy stuff. So one thing we do is about 80% of Americans actually drink coffee, so we make sure that we try to offer an alternative to them, a healthier cup of coffee than they've never had. I guarantee, we have the healthiest coffee that you'll ever taste, and it's also the best coffee you ever taste. So just making sure, we're offering that to try to make sure we're offsetting your potential to develop disease. Are you eco-friendly? I have a concern for the environment. So working with you will be a pleasure, just showing you some solutions that you probably have never seen before to make sure that we're being good stewards of what we've been given here, on Earth. And then our family history of cancer. Obviously, I told you for myself, I have a number of people that have been faced with cancer. Also diabetes, could be heart disease, COPD, any disease that you could possibly think about. Then I would definitely say we should go ahead and meet up and have our consultation or meet with one of our consultants. If you're retired or soon to retiring, what better time is better than now? I guess the only better time than now is right now, to make sure that we're planning for retirement and making sure that your ducks are in a row so that you don't have to worry about the stress and anxiety that comes with not knowing if you're going to outlive your money. If you have a stressful work environment, which say about 99.9% of the people that I've ever met, they do, between their stressful work environment or their home environment, then I would say that we definitely need to meet. So if you fit into one of those categories, whether home or work, then you definitely want to make sure you take your consultation. Do you love new gadgets? Which I do. I'm a gadget person. I love new gadgets. So everything that we offer as far as gadget-wise is not like some other stuff you see on television. You wonder if it's going to work. The things that we offer, they work. They're proven solutions to problems, and they offer benefits. So we're excited about those gadgets. And here's the main thing is that if you fit into any of those categories or something that we didn't list that possibly is there, is that the goal is that we want to make a good fit. If it's a case where you don't need our services solutions, we're not going to offer them to you. There's no point in trying to make a piece fit that doesn't fit. So the goal is just we want to make sure we get our information out to as many people as possible so that we can offer solutions to people that actually have a need that we can help them with. And that's really all it is. I just want to make sure that we're going to be a right fit for someone. And that's really what we have. So what you do now, so at this point in the webinar, you've asked yourself questions. I'm not sure what you thought about me. I'm just trying to be as candid and open and transparent as I possibly can about myself. So if you have questions about me, just saying, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't really know if he's as true to what he says he is. If you want, my resume, if you want anything as far as background, as far as I am, or you just want to have a conversation with me, feel free to reach out and just give me a call, or you can just send me an email. Either one is fine. Or if at any point during the slide you said, man, I've suffered from diabetes, I've suffered from cancer, I'm overweight, I've definitely been stressed out, I'm taking too many pills, if your home environment, that it's hard to breathe and you have asthma and you have pets and it's, maybe as an older, and I hate to be like that, but that's another part of air pollution, indoor air pollution is actually the smell. So maybe you have cats or dogs and you have an odor that's there that we can help you eliminate naturally, and we can do that. So it's just really, whatever it is that you feel like as far as a need that you have, if we can help with that, if you're just curious about it, you go ahead and pick up the phone right now, dial the number. You feel free to send a text message, leave a message if I'm not able to pick up, if the company's not able to pick up, and we can go ahead and schedule a consultation. We can do it in one of three ways. We can either come directly to you face-to-face. If you are within our local market, within driving distance, we can do that. We can set up a webinar just like this where we can do everything over the phone. We can set up a conference call. So we can do whatever it is that really meets your needs, what best fits for you, so we can make sure that we can figure out what way we can help you and go ahead and get you started on your plan right away so you can start reaping those benefits. So we just want to make sure that we do that. Again, at the bottom you see there, a few of the products that we offer or services that we offer are available in up to 30 countries around the world. So if you are possibly, listening to this webinar and you're in another country, send me an email and we can see if there's a country that we're already working with, so we can make sure we can, link up and offer some benefits there. So again, at this point, it's an action call to action. So you do something. So it's not a case where you listen to all of this and you took it in, you take notes, you don't do anything about it. Because if you listen this long, you're probably a person that's looking for something. So we can definitely offer a solution for you, or we'll do the best that we possibly can, and we'll refer you to somebody else. So if you know anybody else that is excited, like I am excited, about helping people out, about, maybe they're eco-friendly, maybe it's a person that just loves health and wellness, whatever it is. If you're just looking for some part-time income, but you're passionate about helping people, and you have a higher, high degree of character and a moral standing, then we would love to hear from you. So you feel free to reach out to the same number. You can call here, this number directly, text that number directly, or you can send an email to that number directly. And again, we just, would love to, hear from you to see if there's a potential fit for you, maybe joining our company and working with us part-time on a part-time basis. So that is the end of our call today. Again, I am excited that you gave me the opportunity to share this information with you over this hour. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to do that. So again, reach out to us if you have any questions at info@TruAlternatives.com. You can give me a call directly at 502-408-2276. But most importantly, take action. Make sure that you call or email. Let's figure out what we can do to go ahead and put a game plan together for you. It doesn't cost you anything to work out a game plan. It's absolutely free. If you'd like to try some of our solutions, free or risk-free, we have some options as far as that goes. So don't let money stop you. Let curiosity take you on at least to figure out what it is that we can offer. So just excited about what we can offer. And then the last thing is, I said this before, but that everything that we do is service-driven, and we believe that the way to greatness is to service to many. So service to many leads to greatness. So the only way that we're really going to offer the benefit that we need to offer in this world is if we're serving people. So I just pray and ask that you will allow us to be able to take the next step towards greatness by allowing us to serve you and help you. So go ahead and pick up the call, give us a phone call, or send us a text message, or go ahead and send us an email. I also like to hear your feedback on this webinar, how we can improve and make it better. And this is one of our earlier webinars, so it will definitely get better from here on. So if you want to give us some feedback on that, we take that. But that's the way we're going to end the call. Again, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to hearing from you.